I live in a small town in the Oklahoma Panhandle. I'm not really a social guy, and I left my family to move here because it's quiet. Nothing ever really happens until it did. At the time, I was 17. I never believed in anything paranormal. I liked cryptid stories, but that was just for fun. I didn't think they were real. I'm not on drugs. I wasn't hallucinating. I've tried to forget what I saw, but it still finds me in my dreams. Behind my trailer is a 6 to 7 foot metal fence. It rattles in the wind, but it's strong. 10 feet beyond that are other trailers. But the weird part is behind the fence, a dirt mound, a small ditch, and a patch of dying trees and dead grass. Nothing really there, except a cemetery, maybe 20 yards out, fenced in, old. I sleep in the back room of my trailer. My room faces the fence and has a full wall of windows. From my bed, I can just barely see the tombstones over the fence. My vision's not great, but I can tell they're there. One night, I was up late working on a school assignment, high on caffeine. I had a YouTube playlist of skinwalker and cryptid stories playing in the background, nothing unusual. Then I heard my dogs growling outside. Not strange, they sometimes bark at my cats who jump on the roof. But this time, they started whimpering. Then came silence. Total, still silence. I looked out and saw something bolt past the dirt mound. It was tall, taller than the fence. I swear it had sunken red eyes. It moved fast and disappeared. I tried to brush it off. Caffeine, sleep deprivation. But when I finally lay down to sleep, I heard a voice. My voice, clear as day. It said, "Brody." That's my neighbor's dog. Then I heard a yelp, a horrible sharp cry. Then, nothing. The same dead silence. I wanted to cry. I hadn't said a single word all day. Something out there had heard me before, and it could sound like me. The next morning, I heard my neighbor screaming. She was crying, hysterical. I ran out the back door and saw it. Brody was dead. His head was bitten off, and his body was jammed in the gate between our yards. My neighbor passed out from the shock. I jumped the fence and called 911. The cops told us it was probably a coyote. I didn't believe it, not even for a second. My neighbor moved out a few days later. Her dad had cancer, and she wanted to be closer to him. I helped her pack. I dropped her off at the airport. She took everything. Her trailer was left empty. That night, I heard her voice. "Peter, come out. I made some dinner." That's what she said from behind the fence. Same soft voice, same tone. But she never called me Peter. Always handsome or something like that, and I knew she was gone. Then I heard something hop the fence. The silence returned, heavy, unnatural. I held my breath, afraid that even a sound would give me away. Then came the tapping. Something tapped on my window with what sounded like a bony finger. I cracked one eye open. I saw it. The same tall figure, except this time it was wearing her skin, like it had tried to become her, but didn't get it quite right. It didn't see me. My room was a mess, clothes everywhere. I think it couldn't tell where I was in the chaos. Eventually, around 4:02 a.m., it jumped back over the fence and disappeared. The next morning, while I was packing to leave, I heard the news. My neighbor had been found dead in a ditch near the airport. She never made it to her flight. Whatever that thing was, it knew she died, and it used her voice, her face, to try to lure me out. I'm 20 now. I live in New York with my family. I've never spoken about this out loud. I'm scared that if I say its name, if I even think about it too much, it'll come back. But I can't forget it because it wore her skin and it used my voice.